Welcome to the Trust and Believe NOMADCAST, a podcast that talks about mental health, life lessons, unbridled motivation, and unique storytelling. Here is your host, retired Army Master Sergeant, Mr. Anderson.
Welcome to episode 75 of the Trust and Believe NOMADCAST. I'm your host, Mr. Anderson. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for hanging out on the 21st of February, 2022. I hope you guys had a great weekend, a safe weekend, a sound weekend. And I hope today's episode of the NOMADCAST finds you in great health and great spirit. Thank you again. Thank you again. Hey, so today we talk about mental issues on Monday mental combat and all that. I'm going through the process of changing the format on some things, and I don't want to continue to box myself in when it comes to certain subjects. I have a huge interest in sports, and I don't talk a lot about sports on the NOMADCAST. So that's going to change. A lot of interest I have in life, I don't really talk about them on a NOMADCAST due to the fact that I was trying to stick to a certain format. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those days are over. I'm going to tap into the things I like, sports, anything that's trending, that's positive, any topic. I'm going to touch everything. I probably won't dive into politics too much, but I'm definitely going to dive into some things. So with that being said, today's episode of Monday Mental Combat, because there's a mental issue involved with that, I'm going to talk about the NBA Slam Dunk Contest. The Slam Dunk Contest was this past Saturday, and throughout the years, the history of the NBA, the Slam Dunk Contest has been the creme de la creme of All-Star Weekend. Typically, the NBA stops their season, pauses the season on the Thursday. Friday, you have like your celebrity game and the rookies against the sophomores or whatever format it is. They changed the format this year. And then Saturdays, you have your three-point contest, and then it culminates with the dunk contest on Saturday night. Then the whole All-Star event culminates on the All-Star game, which is played Sunday, which was yesterday. So yesterday's All-Star game was actually pretty good. I didn't have no issues with that. Sometimes the game kind of, it's not a lot of defense played. It's more offense, so on and so forth. But you're looking for star power. Typically it's there unless someone is injured. But the three-point contest, Karl Anthony Towns, he's a center. He won the three-point contest. And, nowadays centers shoot the ball better than they did years ago. So with that being said, my main issue, and probably a lot of fans' issue that follows the NBA, is the dunk contest. Now, the dunking contest historically, like I said, has been the creme de la creme of All-Star Weekend. You talk about Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. I mean, the list goes on and on. Spud Webb, for all the old timers, Larry Nance, Dr. J. You can even go into Jason Richardson and some of the modern folks as well. But the dunk contest in the past, maybe since 2016, has lost value, in my opinion, and probably everyone else's opinion that follows the game. Has lost its star quality, has lost its luster, has lost its value, has lost a lot of things that we as NBA fans grew up to enjoy. So what I'm going to do today, the title is why has the NBA Slam Dunk Contest lost its value? And I'm going to provide 4 contributing factors, in my opinion, as the reasons why the NBA Slam Dunk Contest has lost its value. So with that being said, let's go ahead and officially open this book on why the NBA Slam Dunk Contest has lost its value. 4 contributing factors explained. Number 1, lack of viewer interest. Now, you talk about viewer interest and you say, well, people are still watching. People are still watching in the millions. Okay, we get it. Real men, what is it? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. However, I believe a lot of those numbers are inflated because a lot of times they may have the game on and not even watching. But even if you dive deeper into it, we have so many interests in terms of viewership nowadays with the advent of streaming, social media, and everything that's going on in the world. a lot of times, unless it's a Super Bowl or something, the NCAA tournament or something, college football playoff, we're really not diving into the NBA slam dunk contest like we used to. The numbers don't lie. I remember years ago, the NBA slam dunk contest was televised on TBS, and it would come on in the afternoon. This was like in the 80s and 90s. Now it's the star-studded event on a Saturday night for All-Star Weekend, but people are really not watching. People are tuned off. They don't tune into it like they used to because we have so many interests nowadays. We're going shopping. We watching, other shows. We're streaming other shows. We're binge watching shows. We're on social media. We're dealing with family. And a lot of those folks, a lot of those hardcore traditional blue blood fans, let me tell you, we are grown now. We have children. We're married. We have responsibilities. So you may have the slam dunk contest on, but are you watching it? Now the NBA may say, hey, we don't care if you're watching it. The game is on. We have pinged your network, and we know that the game is on. Whether you mopping the floor, whether you cleaning the bathroom, whether you changing Johnny's diapers, the game is on. So the assumption is that you're watching. But I will tell you, this slam dunk contest that was played this past Saturday, was the first time since 1983 that I did not watch a slam dunk contest. Now you talk about growing up, middle school, high school, couldn't wait to watch the slam dunk contest. Joined the military. The only time I couldn't watch the slam dunk contest when I was in boot camp in the Marine Corps, because I went in January of 94 and I didn't graduate till April of 94. So I missed the slam dunk contest. That probably was the only time. Other than that, I watched the slam dunk contest, religiously. Had to watch it. Because we had the Jordans, we had Dominiques, we had all these guys that was winning the dunking contest, the star power, and I'll dig into that segment a little bit. The main guys were slam dunking. They were showing off their skills. Even like in the 2000s, I was still watching slam dunk contest. Which brings me back to this point. This was the first time in years, almost 40-something years, I have not watched the slam dunk contest. Me and my wife, we were binge watching a TV show. And I remember I told her, I said, this is the first time since the 80s, other than, being in the Marine Corps in 94 boot camp, this was the first time I did not actively try to watch the NBA slam dunk contest. Because I had lost interest, because I've watched it the past few years. The last great slam dunk contest was probably the 2016 when Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon went head to head. But I tell you, it's lost its value. It's lost its everything. And I got 3 more targets I'm gonna hit. But people are not viewing it like they used to, because we probably don't even care. One, because we don't know a lot of these guys that are participating in the slam dunk contest. And again, the viewership is low, the interest is low. That's my number one reason: lack of viewership, lack of viewer interest. Number 2, where's the star power at? Where are the high flying dunkers? These guys dunk in the games. Ja Morant, all these guys are dunking in the game. Zach LaVine, who's won the slam dunk contest. Aaron Gordon, who's won a slam dunk contest. All these guys, former slam dunk champions or slam dunk runner-ups or slam dunk participants, these guys are nowhere to be found, but they can dunk in the NBA regular season game. They can dunk on people in the All-Star game. They can dunk on people during the playoffs and championships. But when it comes to the slam dunk contest, everyone bows out gracefully. No, we'll leave it to the young guys. Well, the problem is the young guys, a lot of these new dudes, some of them we don't even know. I know Jalen Green participated yesterday, but, did a lot of people really know who Jalen Green is? We don't have the star power that we used to. A guy that we thought was going to have star power, Zion Williamson, who was dunking on everybody when he went to Duke University and then when he came into the NBA, but now he's hurt. So where's the star power at? Where's our Jordans? Where's our Dominiques? Where's our Dr. J's? Where's our Larry Nance's? No, I'm speaking old school cats. But where's our guys that was dunking on people, that dunk on people in the regular season games, like I mentioned, but now the slam dunk contest, you can't find them. So there's no star power. There's no value. And you should have saw Shaquille O'Neal's face, and you see it here, looking at these guys. It was pitiful. I mean, guys were missing easy dunks. There was nothing. There was just nothing about it. There was no pizzazz. And again, I just watched the highlights. I didn't watch the whole thing. But there was nothing about it. You have to have the star power. Stars run the league, just like the NFL with the quarterbacks. The quarterbacks run the league. The stars run the league. If you go watch a movie, you spend your hard-earned money in a theater. I'm not going to watch the B-list actor or actress. I'm not going to watch the C-list actor or actress. I'm going to see the A-star, right? The A-list star. I'm going to see Denzel. I'm going to see Sidney Poitier. Rest in peace. I want to see A-list stars. I don't want to see the guy that used to work in the post office a year ago. Now he's acting and, he's not where he needs to be in terms of his career. It's the same thing with sports. Your stars push the envelope. Your stars generate the revenue. Your stars generate fan interest. Your stars are the reason why you elect to be innovative. And right now, the slam dunk contest, unless they get some of these stars to come back into the game and dunk, it's going to continue to be a problem because all these young guys who no one knows, they spent a year in college, didn't really do a lot in college. Now they come to the NBA. They don't get a lot of minutes in the NBA because they're probably far down on the depth chart. And so they say, well, how can I make a name for myself? I was the man in college, at least I thought. So now I'm going to go to the NBA. I'm not getting any play. I'm on the bench most of the season. Let me enter the dunking contest. So I'm going to enter the dunking contest. Oh, by the way, I'm going to miss most of the dunks. And I think everything just needs to change with the whole dunking contest. Again, I'm speaking from a guy that loved it in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, even the 2010s, because they were creative. They was doing innovative things. There was injecting a fun spirit about the dunking contest. It was like a ooh, ah. Now it's boring. Same stuff over and over. And the thing about it, these guys, no one knows who these new cats are. Obi Toppin won the slam dunk contest Saturday. Obi Toppin was a great player when he went to the University of Dayton. But what has he done since he's been with the Knicks? Now, you figure the New York Knicks are one of the blue bloods in the NBA. But the Knicks are trash. So you have a representative from the New York Knicks that's in the dunking contest. Yeah, he won. Great. Good job. Here's your trophy. So now when he goes back, when the season resumes on Thursday, he's not getting a lot of minutes. There's no star quality. I know you're asking for the LeBrons of the world and some of these other cats, the Devin Bookers, all these guys that dunk on people in games, but they're not participating in the slam dunk contest. Your stars drive revenue. Your stars drive interest. Your stars drive that. Again, when we want to see something special, we want to see a concert, I don't want to see the opening act. I want to see the headliners. So until the NBA fixes it and realizes that, hey, we have a problem because no one cares, none of our stars are playing, you're going to continue to have this thing fall down, swivel around into the toilet. NBA, you need to fix it. Number 3, no creativity. I said it again. Same dunks. The windmill, the one-handed dunk, the two-handed dunk. Oh, the tomahawk. Oh, between the legs. It's the same type of dunks over and over. The last time the NBA dunking contest had creativity, right, was when Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine, they had the mascots. Aaron Gordon had the Orlando Magic mascot because that's who he was playing with at the time. He had the Orlando Magic mascot spinning the ball, and he grabbed it and dunked it. Blake Griffin, when he was with the Clippers, he dunked over a car. So you have to find ways to be creative and add some juice, add some energy to the NBA slam dunking contest that adds juice and energy to the crowd, which will culminate in adding juice and energy to the fan that's watching it, the viewer, which we talked about in part 1. But there's no creativity. What I do like, though, Greg Anthony's son, Cole Anthony, he wore a pair of Timberlands because he was born in New York. So everyone knows Timberlands are synonymous with New York City, right? Synonymous. So he wore a pair of Timbs while he was dunking. Now, he plays with the Orlando Magic. So if I'm the Orlando Magic ownership, if I'm the Orlando Magic brass, I'm like, hold on, man. You one of our core players. We drafted you last year. You wearing them Timbs? I don't know, because if all it takes is a bad fall, a twist of the ankle or something, and your season's done. But, good thing about it, he didn't get hurt. But the thing is, he tried to add creativity to it, but we got to do more. Think about if you watch an NBA fast break and 2 guys are coming down and you got one guy that's trying to defend. He don't know what player he's going to defend. The guy that's coming on the left side, the guy that's coming on the right side. Why don't you have something like that where you're working like a 2-on-1 fast break and you throw it up and you end up dunking on somebody? You can implement that in the dunking contest. Run like a full court fast break or something. Now, I know the guy that's being dunked on, he has to agree to, hey, we're going to posterize you in the dunking contest, right? But it's for the greater good. We give you some money, donate your proceeds to charity. You have to do something because there's no creativity. It's the same dunks over and over. Now, you can have the same dunks, the windmills, the tomahawks, the Dr. J and the Jordan coming from the free throw line, but you got to add elements to it. Maybe you can have someone dunking on somebody, have a celebrity come in and toss you the ball, or just do something. Everyone I'm going to go to the dunking contest. Well, what are you going to do? I'm going to put the ball between my legs. Dude, we've read that book. We've seen that movie. We've heard that song. Do something else. Do something different. Do something different. And, I don't know. I have idea what they can do, and I just mentioned it. But it's really up to the NBA. Probably more importantly, it's up to the participants in the slam dunk contest to figure out what can we do to re-energize this thing, because this thing is dead. We're doing the same dunks over and over again. So there's multiple ways. There's multiple experts that sit in that competition committee room and kind of figure out some things. But we got to get more creative. The ultimate goal is dunking on somebody. But, you could just dunk on somebody in the dunking contest. You could run a fast break. You can do so many things. But we got to be creative. We got to think outside the box, NBA. We have to do things that we haven't done before, NBA, because what's going to happen, you run this thing 2 or 3 years in a row, and you're going to end up canceling the dunking contest like you did years ago, because the fans are not interested no more. You seen Shaquille's face. He's not interested no more. The judges are not interested no more. People don't even care about the dunking contest because there's no creativity, there's no star power, and people are not watching it. So let's fix it, NBA. Last one, number 4, the inability to re-energize the format. Again, I talked about it. What can the NBA do to re-energize this dormant format that they have of the NBA slam dunking contest? What can we do? Can we have fans voting for the slam dunk participants? Can we have it where you can't miss 100 freaking dunks and still continue? Can we chop it down to 3 rounds, 2 rounds? Can we have it to 5? I don't know. You can bring in defending champions and you can dunk. And I got it. Some folks claim to say, well, I don't want to enter the dunking contest because I have a potential of getting injured. Dude, everyone has a potential for injury walking to the store, going to Whole Foods. When you're playing basketball in an NBA game, you have the potential of getting hurt in warm-ups. But I think what it is now, everyone has these large contracts, and their agents are probably telling them, hey, man, I know the fans want to see you, but we don't want to jeopardize, our money. But the NBA contracts are guaranteed. You know what I mean? So the thing of it is, it's frustrating as a fan who used to love, like I mentioned, who loved the NBA slam dunk contest. And now it's just, it's clownery, it's buffoonery. I've heard the terms from my guy, Regular One Mike. It's goofy. The slam dunk contest has turned into a S show, and everyone knows what the S is. So the NBA has a lot of work to do. a lot of work to do. Maybe they need to focus their efforts, have a competition committee that's just dedicated to the All-Star game, that's more importantly dedicated to the slam dunk contest. And what you can do, you can have people on the committee, your Dr. J's, your Michael Jordans, your Dominiques, all those great legends, the living legends of the NBA who participated and won a slam dunk contest. You could potentially ask them, hey, what can we do to re-energize this dormant format? Because it's hopeless right now. And I don't want to be the guy that's, bringing bad news. But again, as a fan, I'm saddened by what has happened to the slam dunk contest. It's boring. So the NBA, I am tasking you to fix it. You fixed everything else in your sport. You have to fix the NBA slam dunk contest. Just like the NFL has to fix the Pro Bowl. The NBA, you are on the clock. You guys get paid millions and millions upon millions of dollars. That is the reason why you make the big bucks. So it starts with Adam Silver. It starts with everybody that's involved with the NBA for the greater good of the NBA, for the greater good of All-Star Weekend. Bring it back to what it was when we were growing up in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s. Make it to a point where we know President's Day weekend on that Saturday, we are locked in watching the three-point contest, where we're locked in watching the slam dunk contest, where we are locked in and watching the All-Star game. So when we go back to work on that Monday or that Tuesday, we're talking about the slam dunk contest. And right now, no one's talking about the slam dunk contest unless it's in a negative situation. It's all negative. The NBA slam dunk contest has become unwatchable. So the powers that be need to fix it, and they should fix it very quick, real fast, in a hurry, speed, because your fans are walking away. And I've been a lifelong fan of the NBA, and I didn't even tune into it. I just saw highlights on SportsCenter. The NBA slam dunk contest is unwatchable. I provided four contributing factors on what I think, and now I'm no expert, I'm just coming from a fan's point of view, on what I think the reasons why the NBA slam dunk contest is unwatchable. Now, you can go on your ESPNs and some of these other sites, and the experts that's really, knee deep into everything, that's knee deep into the NBA, they can tell you, they can even bring you even more. But those are my four factors. The first one was lack of viewer interest. The fans don't care no more. Where's the star power? Where are our star NBA dunkers that refused to participate in the slam dunk contest? The third one was no creativity. We're doing the same dunks over and over, and these guys are missing the slam dunks over and over. Come on, y'all. And the last one was the inability to re-energize a dormant format, which is the NBA slam dunk contest. Again, the NBA is on the clock right now. Everyone is waiting to see, what are you going to do, NBA? What are you going to do, Commissioner Adam Silver, to fix this? Because this is a problem. It is a problem. Now, it's not a world problem. I'm just speaking in the scope of basketball, fans, so on and so forth. But again, it's a problem. So with that being said, that concludes today's episode of Monday Mental Combat. You can kind of place, I know we talked about Mondays of being mental and everything. It's a mental reason why this thing is not working, because the powers that be, the powers that have the ability to execute something great, have been stuck in their box. So let's use our brains. Let's think outside the box. Get outside the box and read the instructions, and let's figure this thing out. So fans like me, fans like you, fans like us can go back and join the NBA slam dunk contest like we used to. That is all we ask. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today. That concludes today's episode. Again, the title was Why the NBA Slam Dunk Contest Has Lost Value. You can regain the value, but it's lost value. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. Tomorrow, I'm going to have an episode talking about Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons formerly played with the Philadelphia 76ers. He currently plays with the Brooklyn Nets, and he stated he has some mental issues dealing with the reason why he hasn't played with the 76ers. So now they traded him last week. Now he plays with the Brooklyn Nets. So I'm kind of dive into the reasons why I believe he's having mental issues and kind of lay out some things. And you'll be surprised that a lot of what he's talking about, a lot of what he's doing, a lot of what he's saying regarding his mental issues, we all have, had those same issues as it relates to mental health. So we'll dive into the whole Ben Simmons mental issues tomorrow for Talking on a Tuesday. Again, appreciate you guys tuning in today. Appreciate everything you guys are doing. Continue to be safe, be sound. We'll see you tomorrow on Talking on a Tuesday. Take care. All the best. Trust and believe.